Have you ever wanted to learn Python, but always felt like it was complicated and you didn't know where to start? Here's the good news. You don't have to install or configure anything. Stay with us, and in the next 90 seconds, you'll learn how to write and run your first line of Python code. We can do that thanks to Google Colab. It is a free tool that lets you write and run Python code directly in your browser. So let's jump in. To get started, we open our browser and make sure we're signed into our Google account. Then we'll type Google Colab in the search bar and choose Colab in the search results. Once the page loads, at the bottom left of the window, we click New Notebook. Perfect! Now we have our first Python notebook, ready to use. See this empty box? This is called a code cell, and it's where we'll write our first line of Python code. Let's start simply by telling Python to display on screen the text, "Hello World." We tell Python to display text by writing print, followed by a set of parentheses. Inside the parentheses, we write the text we want to print, between quotation marks. Awesome! We've now written our first line of Python code. The next step is to tell Python to run the code. To do that, we click the play button on the left side of the cell. Nice! We can see from the green check next to the cell and the output that our code ran successfully and very quickly. In under 90 seconds, we've gone from Python feels complicated to actually coding. Now, this is pretty basic stuff, but it's the first step in your Python journey. There's so much more we can do. For example, let's see how to use Python to do some calculations for us. We'll start by clearing our cell. Notice that when we do this, the cell output doesn't change. To update the cell output, we need to run the cell again. Great, now we have a clean slate. Let's now do a simple calculation, say 5 plus 3. Running the cell, Python performs the calculation and displays 8. Notice that here, we didn't use print, and Python still outputs the answer. That's because Colab automatically shows the results of the last line in a cell. To see what we mean, let's add another calculation above our current one, say 2 plus 3. Running the cell, we only see 8, the result of the last line. The first calculation still runs, but its result isn't displayed. To see both results, we need to print them. Now, when we run the cell, both results appear. Awesome! To keep experimenting, let's add more cells. When we hover at the bottom or top of a cell, a few buttons appear. Clicking plus code adds a brand new code cell that's ready for more code. Let's try a different calculation this time, 12 times 7. Running the cell gives us 84. Each cell works independently, which means we can edit and rerun them whenever we want. This makes it really easy to experiment and try different things. But as we add more cells to our notebook, we might want to leave ourselves some notes about what our code does. To do this, we can add a different type of cell to the notebook, a text cell. Inside the text cell, we can leave ourselves a note or explain our code. They also allow us to format our text using something called Markdown. These asterisks are Markdown formatting. The text cells shows the raw text and Markdown on the left, and then previews what it will look like on the right. You don't need to know Markdown to use text cells, but if you're curious about it, we left a link to learn more in the description. When we select Close on the text cell, we see what was in the preview before. To edit this text cell, we simply double-click it and change the text to something new. Awesome! Now we know how to work with both code and text cells. But the current organization of our notebook, where the text cell follows the calculations, is not ideal. It would make more sense if the text cell was above the calculations. To move this cell above our two calculation cells, we can click the arrow on the upper right of the cell and move it to the top. Looks better. But as useful as text cells are, sometimes we also might want to add notes inside of our code cells. We can do this with code comments. To write a comment, we start with the hashtag symbol. Then we can write any text we want. When we run this cell, Python will ignore the comment. It's just for us. To confirm this, let's add our super secret calculation code below it and run the cell. Great, we only get the result of the calculation. Comments are helpful for reminding us of our code's purpose when we come back to it. Awesome! Now, as we work, we might end up with cells we no longer need. Let's see how to remove them. We can delete a cell by clicking on it and then clicking the trash icon in the top right corner of the cell. And poof! The cell is gone! Great! Now that we're comfortable running, adding, and removing cells, we're almost done building our first notebook. To finish up, let's give the notebook a useful name, like Calculations Practice. Great! This notebook is automatically saved in Google Drive. We can confirm this by clicking File, Locate, and Drive. We are then taken to a new tab where this notebook is saved in our drive. Perfect! Before we wrap up, let's head back to our notebook to learn a handy shortcut. To run a cell, instead of clicking the play button, we can press Shift plus Enter on our keyboard. This runs the cell and automatically moves us to the next one. Really useful when working through a notebook. To see what other shortcuts Colab offers, we can go to Tools and Keyboard Shortcuts. There are lots of options here. Feel free to explore and customize them how you'd like. If you'd like to practice what you've learned in this video, check out the notebook we created. It has a few exercises to get you started. We're working on lots more Python explainer videos like this one, so be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss out. If you have any questions or topics that you'd like to learn about, let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching!